Okay, let's talk about the severe weather threat for tomorrow, March 30th, 2025. Very substantial, large, enhanced risk area. Also, substantial, large, slight risk area levels 2 and 3 out of 5 are expecting an upgrade to a moderate risk 4 out of 5 over potentially portions of northwest Tennessee, western Kentucky, southern Missouri, southern Illinois, east and northeast Arkansas are potentially also going to be included in the moderate risk upgrade that we are expecting. 10% hatch risk for tornadoes, 15 for 30 for damaging winds and large hail to very large hail. Some people are going to end up seeing golf ball to, unfortunately, softball size hail tomorrow. So if you're within these risks, I would highly advise moving the car into a garage and or carport if able to. As you'll see, storm mode is going to be predominantly linear. We do look at the potential to see a few storms, rogue supercells out ahead of the line. If those storms are able to develop and materialize and mature, those will be the prolific tornado producers that are capable of EF2 plus long-lived, long-track tornadoes, hence the 10% hatched risk. 10% hatched risk is usually only issued, or the hatched risk is only issued when the threat of EF2 plus tornadoes is expected. So, I made a video on that. I'll include the link in the description so that if you guys have a problem or have trouble understanding the SPC risks and how they work, you guys can go back and watch that for a refresher as well. So predominantly linear storm mode, plenty of storm fuel, CAPE in the atmosphere for tornado genesis. Unfortunately, lapse rates between 6.0 and 8.0 degrees Celsius will help these storms to explode into the upper layers of the atmosphere, 50 to 60,000 feet tall, sustain their updrafts and be able to sustain those updrafts to the point to where those updrafts start to rotate and potentially drop a couple of tornadoes. Again, we are looking at, unfortunately, a decent amount of tornado warnings, a high amount of severe thunderstorm warnings, severe thunderstorm watches, decent amount of tornado watches as well tomorrow. It is going to be a good day to have a plan in place just in case you happen to be one of the ones who receives a tornado warning, that you have your tornado shelter cleaned out, ready to go, an area picked out where you decide that you are going to be the safest in your house or your apartment, wherever you're going to be. Another day where I would personally advise, if you're in these 10%, 30% risks, the enhanced risk, the slight risk, we don't play the colors and numbers game. We leave our mobile homes, get to a sturdier shelter, stay with a friend, stay with family, book a hotel if you have to, however you want to, look at this. But again, you're going to see in the models where big expansive warm sector, 50 to 70 degree dew points, lots of CAPE in the atmosphere. Lapse rates are going to be substantially supportive of tornadoes. The photographs I took, which you guys will see as well, showing the CAPE, the lapse rates, all the numbers that we look at for these storms to develop and the potential of their severity risk. You will be able to see that. I took one from the Illinois, southern Illinois, northern Kentucky border. I took one from around the Memphis area as well, and another one you will see I took that is from the Milton, Tennessee area. That'll be around 3 to 4 a.m. as well. These storms are going to, unfortunately, be an overnight threat for most people. Like I said, initialize around the St. Louis area, 1 to 2 p.m., grow upscale into a linear mode of storms, and start working their way east-southeastward through the evening and the overnight hours. Most of this doesn't even get into the Middle Tennessee region until between 10 and 11 o'clock for Clarksville, up to midnight to 2 a.m. for the Nashville Metro, Murfreesboro, Dixon areas. That's what the current HRRR projections are putting out. And again, unfortunately, the timing could change just a bit, so stay tuned to local sources for the best timing information. And unfortunately, we do have a another threat that we will be addressing and be talking about for Wednesday, or for April the 2nd, unfortunately. So stay tuned, like, subscribe for further severe weather updates and information. Y'all be safe out there and have a great night.